The centuries-old water puppet theater in Vietnam told stories about fishermen and their way of life. Vietnamese fishermen today are still great harvesters of the ocean's bounty, but times are changing, putting the fishery and the fishing community at risk. And these new challenges affect consumers around the world. Hi, I'm Larry Nimmer. That's me watching the water puppet theater, and that's also me videotaping the fish coming off the boat. I'm a documentary film producer from Los Angeles and interested to learn about where our fish come from. I first came to Vietnam 3 years ago to document Sea Delight's efforts to help launch a fishery improvement project. And now I'm back to see what progress has been made and what still needs to be done.
Larry, when you came here last time to make a video, the first things we did is go to a community meeting of the stakeholders for the fishery in Binh Dinh province.
The meeting was held to teach the fishing community about the importance of traceability, logbook data collection, and the function of onboard observers to help with things like bycatch mitigation.
Is being an observer a possible career for some of the people in the community? And I would say right now, Binh Dinh province and the fishing communities there are by far the most advanced in terms of using logbooks, bycatch mitigation, using circle hooks. More than 90% of the fishermen there use circle hooks.
The use of circle hooks in Vietnam was introduced by Sea Delight, along with WWF Vietnam and WWF Coral Triangle. They help eliminate bycatch like sea turtles.
Circle hooks are good because they help to prevent getting bycatch, such as sea turtles.
This fisherman knows what he's talking about, having just won a Top Fisherman Award. He invited us to celebrate at his home with his family.
One of the greatest things that we've had in making these videos has been that we often get invited into the fisher's family home.
Vietnamese family bonds are very tight, often with 4 generations living together under one roof.
This is their livelihood from generation to generation. So it's very important to create the relationship with the fishermen, with the factories, with the government, and make them understand the need for sustainable long-term fishery practices so that this resource could be enjoyed by generation to generation to generation.
On this trip, Sea Delight Cesar Ben Cosme had invited various food service buyers to Vietnam to see for themselves the story behind their fish.
To show customers what we do, how we do business, where the fish is coming from.
Sea Delight's customers more and more want information about where their food comes from, especially something that's wild caught like tuna. They want to know the story of that fish. Is that fishery improvement project really working? Is it really improving the fishery and really working towards the gold standard of MSC, eco-label, and sustainability?
The fishing community, I think they understand more about the importance of working and joining the international market.
Sea Delight strongly believes that sustainability is both the ecosystem, the fishery, and the community, and the people. So it's really important that sustainability is also sustaining those that depend on that fishery. So right now the price is up.
Some of the local suppliers are innovating new programs. Thin Hung, one of Sea Delight's suppliers, has formed a fishermen's group. The company gives free training on how to get better quality tuna, which allows the fishers to get more money for their fish.
You know, the most important for fishermen is how they get pay more for their fish and how they get more value of the fish they have.
A part of this program is to actually present for no charge the tools you need to properly and humanely kill a tuna and to also get the blood out of it quickly, and which makes the fish much higher quality. Mr. Tria and his company are happy. They're getting better quality fish, so they're making money. The fishing communities are happy because they're getting a little bit more money for their fish, and the top fishermen get big cash prizes. And the FIP is benefiting because it's forming groups for planning work that relates to the FIP.
Another major stakeholder in the Vietnam Tuna FIP is local NGO Vina Tuna. They educate fishers on how to save sea turtles by using circle hooks.
I'm in the circle hook for many years, and now the number of sea turtle is reduced and reduced.
I've been in this industry a long time, more than 20 years. And one of the things that I find really exciting is when something works that other people tell you it won't work or it won't happen. Even my own staff told me that nobody will ever use these circle hooks you want to give away. They're going to take them out to the sea and throw them in. Some guys did throw the hooks in, but a few tried them and they found out, hey, these things work, give me more.
Another success over the last few years relating to bycatch was recruiting fishers to be observers.
The advantage of using a fisherman to be observer is they are familiar with the sea.
I like being an observer, and I wish there was more funding to help protect the sea.
The Fishery Improvement Project has also made progress with traceability. Vietnam Tuna has developed a universal trace code for the Vietnamese tuna exporters. Logbook use has also made progress, but some work still needs to be done.
Another interesting thing that Sea Delight's doing is Sea Delight is developing new ways to add value to tuna products. And that also kind of helps pay back to the communities. So one of the things we've been developing over the last few years is a very nice cold smoked fish product. The product's been very well received. Actually, we had some of the smoked tuna burger the other night. They were those wonderful sliders.
Very good.
And also, in the long run, will enable us to get more people from the communities where we process fish working and also earning a little bit more money from the products that they make.
While overall the fishery is much improved, I learned that managing the stock is the next area of concern.
20 years ago, there were a lot of tuna. Now there's less, and we have to travel farther to get it.
The people I spoke with felt that the next steps involved convincing the Vietnamese and regional fisheries managers to set harvesting regulations.
In the next 2 years, I think that they will need a lot of work to mobilize the government.
Recent EU actions should help to motivate the Vietnam fisheries ministries to fulfill the FIP requirements.
Steve Fisher believes that if pressure is applied,
I see the FIP being very close to MSC, sustainability.
leaving Vietnam and arriving back in Los Angeles, I thought about the difference a few years make. The Fishery Improvement Project has made great progress and the Vietnamese economy is booming. But to continue this progress, the final steps to certified sustainability hinge on decisions made at the highest levels of the Vietnamese national and regional fishery management.
So while policy is being considered in Vietnam, back here in the States, we're enjoying the fruits of the sea with our smoked tuna burgers. Until next time, bon appetit.